So, greetings and welcome to our third annual Studying Motivation. We are honored this year when we celebrate the 25th birthday of Pelagonia Association to host once more one of our most important events, the presentation of the possibilities that Greek universities provide to foreign students and partners, moreover to the ones from the Republic of North Macedonia. Today, we credit one aspect of the existence of the Hellenic spirit, which about 25 centuries ago started shaping the world as we know it today. So, why is Greece a top university destination? Great Socrates once said, "So far has Athens left the rest of mankind behind in thought and expression, that her pupils have become the teachers of the world. And she, Athens, has made the name of Hellas distinctive no longer of race, but of intellect, and the title of Hellene a badge of education rather than of common descent." We at Pelagonia teach Greek. More than 1,000 students from Bitola have attended our classes since our beginnings. Many of them continued their education at one of the Greek universities, which through our common students have become our partners and are here today. The Ionian University, University of Macedonia, University of Athens, University of Western Macedonia, and the American Farm School, which is for the first time with us today. We are pleased to have with us the ambassador of the Hellenic Republic to the Republic of North Macedonia, Her Excellency, Madam Sofia Philippidou. Madam Ambassador, I invite you to address and mark the beginning of today's event.
Thank you, Christian. Kalimera σε όλους. Good morning. Congratulations for this initiative, which is taking place for the third year. I think it's very important, not only because Greece offers high quality education, but it also promotes people-to-people contact and the contacts between our two peoples and our two countries. I would like to thank very much the representatives of the Greek higher education institutions that are taking part. And we are very much looking forward to working together in the future. So good luck, and I look forward to listening to the presentations. Have a good day.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. Thank you for being with us today. We are truly honored by the help in organizing this event provided by the Consulate General of Greece in Bitola. And so let's welcome the Consul General of Greece in Bitola, Mr. Alexandros Vidouris, a true diplomat who has helped many institutions to find a counterpart in Greece and start initiatives of cooperation and friendship. Mr. Vidouris.
Thank you, Christian. Good morning to all. As you said, this is the third year running that this event is taking place, organized by Pelagonia Association. I think that it is an excellent initiative that you have undertaken. It is truly inspiring to see the impact that the Greek universities have on young students in North Macedonia. I very much support this initiative. I would like to welcome all the representatives from the universities in Greece who will be presenting their programs and the opportunities that they offer to young students from North Macedonia. This is indeed, as the ambassador said, a people-to-people initiative, and it brings us closer together, both two countries and the two peoples. Again, I would like to congratulate Pelagonia Association. As far as the General Consulate is concerned, we are here to provide prospective students who want to go and study to Greece with all the necessary help that they might need in filling in their applications and trying to establish themselves in the Greek cities. And of course, our consular office in the embassy in Skopje is also available to all our students, because this program is being transmitted live throughout the country. So I wish you the best of success, and I look forward to hearing the presentations by the universities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vidouris. And last, but certainly not least of the official representatives, we will hear the address of the Director General for Higher Education of the Ministry of Education of Greece, Mr. Panagiotis Yiannopoulos. We are delighted to have you with us once again, Mr. Yiannopoulos. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning from Athens. I am very happy to be participating in this meeting for a second time. I would say that the topic of the event, Standing Motivation, Why is Greece a Top University Destination, is very intriguing since during the year past, new opportunities and a new academic chart have been established under a new law on higher education in Greece, legislated in July 2022. In Greece, you know that there are 25 universities with about 430 departments divided in sectors providing studies in several fields of sciences. Most universities are ranked in very high stages among universities worldwide for their standards and quality. Also, several universities have been participating in alliances such as the network of European universities in Kivis, that is the European Civic University, and Athena, the Advanced Technology Higher Education Network Alliance. These initiatives offer opportunities for studying motivation from and to Greece. Students from Greece have chances to live for a period and attend lessons in universities abroad, and foreign students may attend lessons in Greek universities following Erasmus, a European exchanging program. Our ministry supports by all appropriate means the enhancement of the cooperation between the Greek universities and the universities abroad, not only Europe, and actively participates in the development of bilateral transnational collaborations in the field of higher education through agreements with other countries and recently with USA universities. At the moment, these study programs have been already offered in English in the fields of humanities and medicine by the National Kapodistrian University of Athens and the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. Students who are interested in studying at one of our universities can find all the information regarding the studies on the website of the Ministry of Education and the Religious Affairs, the website of the universities, and the portal Study in Greece. Thanking you very much again for your invitation. I hope I have provided some good reasons why Greece is a top university destination. Thank you again.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mr. Yiannopoulos. And at this point, we start the core part of our program and we'll give the main scene to the universities. We will begin with the seaside. Welcome to Professor Ioannis Karas, Chair of the Department of Foreign Languages, Translation and Interpreting, representing the Ionian University. Professor Karas, welcome. Let's hear the Ionian University.
So, kalimera, good morning, dobro utro. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So, first of all, let me do the screen share. Okay, before I begin, I would like to thank you very much for the invitation. We're very happy, I say we, as a university, we're very happy to be among you. Let me extend our rector's greetings, Professor Andreas Floros, and our vice rector's greetings as well, Vice Rector for Academic Affairs, International Relations and Internationalization, Professor Katerina Kabasi. As you said, I'll be representing Ionian University. So yes, our advantage is that we're located in a very beautiful place, and that's the Ionian Islands. The main campus is here in Corfu, as you can see in the picture. So we're very proud because we're located basically on the historic city of Corfu, as I said, the main campus, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, the Ionian University goes way back to the Ionian Academy, which was the first Greek university established in modern times, and it was founded in 1824. And basically, Ionian University now is its proud academic successor. So the characteristic of our university is that it's located on 4 different islands in the Ionian Sea: Corfu, Lefkada, Kefalonia, and Zakynthos. As I already said, the main campus is on Corfu Island. And we like to believe that we have a unique academic identity. We have unique scientific fields. Some of our departments are very unique. For example, the department I come from is the only department in Greece that offers university level studies, undergraduate university level studies in translation and interpreting. There are strong synergies between the different scientific fields, which create this interdisciplinary academic environment. We have a high level of scientific interaction between all the members of the academic community. We have efficient development, adaptation, and we constantly adapt and let's say modernize our study programs. And one of the advantages of our university is that we have smaller numbers compared to other bigger universities in Greece. And what this does, it creates more accessibility. It enhances communication and interaction among all members of the university community. So we're a smaller family compared to some of the other universities in Greece. Now, if you would like to hear some numbers, we have a total of about 11,000 students, the majority of which is, of course, at the undergraduate level, but we have about 1,000 students at the master's and PhD level. We have a total of 5 faculties and 10 departments, and we offer 19 postgraduate programs. That means 19 master's level programs. And I'll just give you an idea of the various faculties and departments. Of course, for any details, you could go to our site and everything is presented there in great detail. So we basically focus on humanities, technology, art, and economy. And here you can see the various departments located within the faculties. But I will be a little bit more specific by showing you the 5 different faculties that we offer, that we have at our university. It's the Faculty of Humanities, the Faculty of Information Sciences and Informatics, Faculty of Music and Audiovisual Arts, Faculty of Environment, and Faculty of Economic Sciences. I'm sorry. Let me just, sorry about that. Okay. And then we have, so under these faculties come the 10 departments. I'm not going to read them out, but here they are presented. So as you can see, we have various faculties that focus, as I mentioned earlier, the focus on technology, on art, humanities, and economics. And here is a list of our different master's programs. Again, you can see the varieties in our master's programs. Our undergraduate studies last from 4 to 5 years, depending on the program, and our master's level studies range from 3 to 4 semesters. So that's 1.5 to 2 academic years. Now, apart from the departments and the faculties, our university is a research-intense university, so we have many university research centers. We have a total of 37 labs, and here's just a few examples of some of these labs. We have a very active center for education and lifelong learning, and we have various other centers of excellence, for example, the Digital Humanities Center. Now, in terms of staff, we have about 240 faculty members. That includes all levels of faculty members, including adjunct members and various special teaching and technical staff, etc. Now, in terms of our infrastructure, in Corfu, which is the main campus, where the main campus is located, Ionian University is housed in privately owned and historic buildings, as you can see from these photos, and we're very proud of the history of these buildings. But we also have some modern buildings as well. On the other islands in Lefkada, Kefalonia, and Zakynthos, the buildings are more modern. So, you know, they cater to all tastes, I guess, from an architectural point of view. However, there is a building program in place, and one of the new buildings that we hope is going to start being built soon is going to be the building for our Department of Music, and this is what it's going to look like, hopefully in the near future. Now, because of the location of Ionian University, we are proud that it's the crossroads of culture. And so those students who are interested not only in science, but also the cultural aspect, I think that Ionian University is an ideal place. And here you can just see some photos from different activities taking place at the university. Now, we have a very active and strong international presence. We're very proud of the fact that we have over 250 active international cooperations, and these cooperations expand basically in all, if not all, most continents. I know for sure, apart from Europe, we have cooperations in Africa, in North and South America, and in Asia. And we have cooperations with over 180 universities around the world, as you can see here in numbers, which are located in 40 plus countries. And we also offer a lot of international summer schools. So those of you who are interested in applying for a summer program, so you don't necessarily want to study at Ionian University, but you'd like to take part in a summer program, these are some of our summer programs that we offer every year. And depending on the program, I mean, you can visit the sites of the programs. They all have web pages. So depending on the program, most of them run in June to early September. So depending on the program. And we're also very active with conferences, international conferences. You know, the Ionian Islands are beautiful islands, so they tend to attract a lot of people, which is also good for our conferences. And we attract people literally from all over the world during our international conferences. And there are other various festivals that take place. This is just an example of the Ionian Contemporary Animation Festival, where you can see here just the numbers. 1,240 movies were played, and these movies came from 80 different countries. So this is just one of the example of the festivals that are hosted at the university. And we here's just some pictures from graduation. We like to have fun at the university, so even our graduations are quite fun. Just to give you a so that was from our last year's graduation, which was quite successful. You can see her from the pictures. So moving on and almost reaching the end, our motto is discover your own future at Ionian University. And based on this motto, we've created a very short video. I think I have time. It's only about 2 minutes.
Yes, you have time, don't worry.
Okay, great. I'll just show you the video and I will end my presentation with the video.
Discover the world. Let the waves accompany your steps together. In every town, among its people, discover its laughter and learn to communicate in its language. Learn to listen to its sounds, to its own music. Taste its flavors. Share with the world the smell of today. And find out new ways to see it. Dream it. Discover the old. Experiment with the future. Discover the world. Because the world is waiting for you. To be a part of it. Because you have a lot to offer. Ionian University. Discover the world. Discover your own tomorrow.
So this video was created by our students and I think they did a good job. So hope to see you here someday soon. I would like to sincerely thank you once again. Blagodaram. Am I saying that correctly?
Precisely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Karas, Professor Karas. As summer is approaching, this was a very good and motivating presentation.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Now, we move to Thessaloniki at the University of Macedonia. For this occasion, it is represented by Professor Ioannis Karas. I promise this is just a fortunate coincidence. Professor Karas teaches at the Department of Balkan, Slavic and Oriental Studies. And at this point, allow me to inform the public that this specific university hosted some of the first students from North Macedonia more than 20 years ago. So, Professor Karas, the floor is yours.
The floor, but not the microphone. Thank you very much. And thank you to the Pelagonia Association for organizing this very important event. And I think the more we can build on bridges between our two countries, the better and the richer we will all be. So I'm going to, I found this presentation by my namesake, Professor Karas, the one we just heard, extremely interesting. And I'm going to do something slightly different here. I'm going to start by telling you what's happening at the university this weekend, so you can understand what we're trying to do here. The thing I would like you to remember above all is that we are trying to model ourselves on liberal arts colleges of the type that you find in the United States and now increasingly in certain parts of the European Union. We're a small institution, we're a personalized institution, we're an institution that we're trying to have as many links as possible to society and to the economy of our region. We're an institution which is very, very streamlined. Nearly all the professors have worked or studied or worked abroad, mainly in the European Union and the United States. And so this is the model we are following and we're trying to implement, and we're trying to implement it for our region as a whole. Our region being, as you heard, the Balkans, Southeastern Europe, but also the Middle East, with a specific focus on Turkey, and in my case on Eurasia. I happen to be an expert on Ukraine and Russia. So what's happening this weekend at the University of Macedonia? At the moment, even as we are talking, there is a social innovation hackathon running with over 200 students, both master's students and undergraduate students taking place, building business ideas for the city of Thessaloniki and connecting the city of Thessaloniki with other parts of our region, which I just talked about. This is going on even as we speak. It's being funded by local business entrepreneurs. And the whole emphasis on entrepreneurship is really, really important for our university. They're also quite important, even monetary prizes for the team that will come up with the best ideas. At the same time, this weekend at the University of Macedonia, we're right beside the main area where the fair is held. At the moment, there's the Thessaloniki Book Fair, with an incredible range of speakers presenting books in many, many languages. The two countries that are given pride of place in, apart from Greece, in this year's Thessaloniki Book Fair are Romania and also the United States of America. And so we have presentations in English. I saw also a very interesting Turkish stand. I spoke there yesterday. This is 2 minutes walk from where I'm currently sitting in my office in the University of Macedonia. 2 weeks ago, I organized a conference here. This was a conference on teaching history in the Balkans, bringing together professors and also history teachers from all the parts of Southeastern Europe, including North Macedonia, of course, to discuss both the way textbooks present our histories and also the way we can build understanding between different countries and different understandings of our histories. So this is just to give you an impression of what this university is doing. And crucial to what this university is doing is where this university is, because Thessaloniki is a bustling Balkan port town. It's full of peoples and full of languages. And whenever you walk throughout Thessaloniki, as I do every morning to get to work, you hear a whole range of Balkan languages, now increasingly also Ukrainian and Russian. You have a feeling that this is really a place where a kind of osmosis is happening at the moment, which I hope will be the future of all of our region. A region interconnected, a region where cultural and commercial exchange is focused on networks that we are building. This is a really youthful city. Of the in the center of the town, the central bit of town has about 500,000 people. The larger area is 1 million people, but of these 500,000 people, about 100,000 are students. So everywhere you walk, you can see that this is a young place. This is a vibrant place. This is a place that's full of ideas. And it's in this context that I'm going to talk to you about precisely what the University of Macedonia offers. I'm not going to offer you a PowerPoint presentation, in part because I was sent it yesterday and I don't like it, in part because I don't like PowerPoint presentations very much. So what is the University of Macedonia? It's a small institution. It's an institution with about 200 professors. These professors, so the institution started off as a school of industrial studies based in Thessaloniki. It's a public institution. It's run by the Greek state, in other words, but it has many, many elements which link it to the market. So it's trying to bridge the public market divide to as much as possible. There's a lot of emphasis both on teaching, and it's nearly always task-based teaching. I talked about the social media hackathon. We're trying very much to make students do the work themselves and get away from this model that it's just the professor talking and the students taking notes and writing exams at the end. There's, in our master's programs in particular, there's a high degree of flexibility built in terms of presence and non-presence and online and also present teaching. Again, trying to cater to the needs of students that very often are working at the same time as they are taking part in master's programs. And above all, we're trying to contribute to the economic life of the whole region, the whole of the Balkans. Now, what are the main schools? The main schools are the School of Business Administration, the School of Information Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, Humanities and Arts, and the School of Economic and Regional Studies. And in the School of Economic Regional Studies, I'll start backwards, we have the Department of Balkan, Slavic and Oriental Studies, where I am a professor. We have a Department of Economics. In the School of Social Sciences, Humanities and the Arts, we have a Department of International and European Studies, a Department of Educational and Social Policy, and also a Department of Music Science. In the School of Information Sciences, we have a Department of Applied Informatics. And in the School of Business Administration, we have a Department of Business Administration and a Department of Accounting and Science. There were a total of 35 graduate programs, and don't worry, I'm not going to read them all. Many are extremely focused on what someone might want in order to be valuable in the marketplace. We have an MBA, we have a master's which is highly focused on the issue of migration and human rights. We have masters in information sciences. We have masters in law and finance. We have also masters to do with the history of and politics and anthropology of the region. These masters are sometimes in English entirely, and sometimes in Greek. And we very often have speakers from all over the region. And we also have professors that speak all the languages of the region. This is a very important point, that we offer also language courses, not only in Greek and the other sort of Western European languages, but also any of the languages of the region, and even things like Georgian and Armenian we teach at this university, because we believe that part of the entrepreneurship and part of the networking that we're trying to offer comes through knowledge of language and knowledge of culture of these regions. And if you're going to be active in a business and managerial sense in the Balkans, you also have to know the languages of the Balkans. I could go on in great detail about the various schools and exactly what they do, but I think this would actually take up unnecessary time and which could be better used elsewhere. This is also a research institution. We participate in 93 research projects, many of them funded by the European Union itself. And there is also a University of Macedonia Press, with a whole range of university publications in the topics that the university covers. And we're very, very focused, as I said, in connection to the market. So many of our master's programs emphasize the fact that people work at the same time and try and place people in jobs. There's an internship office, which is very, very active. There's a career office. There's a center of education and lifelong learning. So this is a really, really extrovert university. There are 3 Jean Monnet chairs, there are 2 UNESCO chairs, and we try and participate in basically anything that's going on in our region. To give you an example, we just went on a massive trip, visiting universities with 50 students, in fact, in the Western Balkans. Just last week in my class, we had a professor from Sarajevo, from Bosnia-Herzegovina, coming and giving a series of lectures at the university, and we're setting up an exchange with Sarajevo even as we talk. So what I'd like to emphasize in closing is that this is a really vibrant city. This is a city that's totally connected to the Balkans, and this is a university that's committed to connecting institutions and businesses and enterprise and NGOs, anyone that's being active in our part of the world. If you're coming here, you are visiting, of course, a Greek institution, but you're visiting a Greek institution that sees itself very, very much as part of the Balkans and part of an attempt to revive our part of the world as a whole and in coordination with each other. Okay, that's it.
Professor Karas, thank you for your vivid speech. You took us there with you. And now we move to the University of Western Macedonia, based in Kozani, only 100 kilometers from Bitola. And I must point out that the special bond between our association and this university, despite many personal ones, and that is the signed memorandum of cooperation with the Institute for the Greek Language of the university. We have today with us the head of public and international relations of the University of Western Macedonia, Mrs. Christina Petalotti. Mrs. Petalotti, thank you once again for being with us on all the occasions.
Good morning to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Velianov, for this initiative you and the organizing of this event for the third year. I would please allow me to start with a video, just to tour you in our campus. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, everything is excellent.
Just let me adjust. Allow me to adjust my. Okay. So now I think. Okay.
Okay, very good.
Your first step towards a future that belongs to you. Every moment is yours. Meet. Discover. Learn. Find your own path in your own way. By your side for anything you need, so you can make your dreams come true. Getting closer to your goals every day. At the place where you begin your story. University of Western Macedonia, empowering your future.
So I hope that. Sorry. I hope that this was quite enough to show you our campuses and the facilities that operate in the University of Western Macedonia. So I would like to introduce you to and to welcome the students that are here today with us. Let me share also my presentation. I think that my connection is not so stable. I don't know. I see my screen. That can you hear me?
Yes,
now?
until now everything is excellent.
Okay, because I feel like I'm losing my connection.
Take your time.
Okay. So just make some adjustments. As the name reveals, our university is located in the region of Western Macedonia. It's very close to the borderline with the Republic of North Macedonia, only 34 kilometers away from Florina. The distance between Florina and Vitola is only 34 kilometers away. So this proximity allows us to have very close cooperation in many fields, not only with the country's universities, but also with enterprises. So our university, hope you can see my screen, huh? Can you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So the university operates in 5 cities of the region. These are Kozani, Florina, Kastoria, Ptolemaida, and Ravenna. These are the 5 bigger cities. And I would like to say that the University of Western Macedonia is the 8th biggest bigger university in the country in terms of the operating schools and departments. And talking about schools, there are 7 schools operating, including engineering, economic sciences, social sciences, agriculture, health sciences, fine arts, and sciences. In terms of numbers, the university has almost 16,000 undergraduate students in the 21 operating departments. And they are also running 36 master degree programs with almost 3,000 students. And beyond, there is a 3rd cycle for studies for PhD candidates, which are almost 400. And they cooperate in the university and they also work for European research projects. And this is the place they conduct, in the area they conduct their personal research. So the School of Engineering, this is the new campus, the new buildings of the School of Engineering. We are really proud for the new campus that operates in Kozani. We have just moved in September there. So it's very, very modern, very with brand new labs, and we feel really lucky to be there. So you can see here the building of the School of Engineering, and the school comprised 5 departments: mechanical engineering, electrical computing engineering, chemical engineering, mineral resources, and products and systems design engineering. All of them are of 5-year studies. And the mechanical engineering leads to an integrated master, which means that students, when they finish their studies, their 5-year studies, they have 2 degrees, 1 diploma and 1 master's. And for the other 4 departments, this degree is the integrated master is under approval by our Ministry of Education. The School of Humanities and Social Sciences with 4 4-year studies, and it has 4 departments. The 3 of them run in the city of Florina. And the 4th one, the city of Kastoria, the Communication and Digital Media Department. So the other school is the one for economic sciences with 7 departments. These operate either in Kozani or in Kastoria in the city of Florina. I would not like to give more details about these study programs. Everything is on the site, and I can send you later the presentation where all the links are there. And then the School of Sciences, which operates in Kastoria and has a department for mathematics and the Department of Informatics, and the School of Health Sciences in the city of Pelagonia with 2 departments for occupational therapy and midwifery. This Department of Occupational Therapy, I would like to mention that it is accredited from the world. It is accredited in the, I think, the only one in Greece for the occupational rights. So it gives a benefit to the students that study there. And also the school then in the city of Florina, the School of Agriculture and the School of Fine Arts, which also leads to an integrated master's. So the university has a broad network for international academic cooperation, either under the Erasmus program or under other kind of cooperations in research or academic fields. So all departments participate in the Erasmus program, which means that all students for all departments, for any nationality they are eligible to participate in exchange activities. Besides these, the University of Western Macedonia pays special attention to student services, and not only for dormitories and student restaurants, but it pays attention to also to holistic. We have a holistic approach, and there are. Meaning that we provide care for psychological support and financial support and welfare for our students. So they are all have the right to use these facilities and all the services which operate in the university. And they have there are student clubs that also support and introduce them to other and socialize them also in the local community. So students in the University of Western Macedonia, we think they have the opportunity to discover also new skills from these student clubs operating in all 5 cities of the university. So in addition, there are scholarships and awards foreseen for all study cycles. And for undergraduate studies, there are 2 types of scholarships offered. The one is for students in their first year of studies, and these are awarded to the ones with the highest grade at their department upon their admission. And the other is a reciprocal scholarship, students offering a part-time job to the university's units, libraries, labs, etc. And what is more, awards are foreseen for excellence for those students who achieve the greatest grade in each department each year. Here we can see some student clubs and societies, as I mentioned before, that operate in the university, which allow students to socialize in the academic environment and provide opportunities for cultural, scientific, and social activities. So, after all, why students should choose the University of Western Macedonia? As I mentioned before, we have a brand new campus operating in Kozani, and we would be really happy and glad to welcome you there and to you around. The city has, comparatively to other, has a quite low cost of living. So this allows students to have more activities other than the university inside university life. The university has a very high level of research, and the laboratories operating are really modern and state-of-the-art. The whole area is safe, and there is a very friendly, the inhabitants here are very friendly and hospitable for all foreigners. So we think that each student feels like home. We're not so big in terms of population. So I could say that citizens here have a huge hug for every student that chooses the University of Western Macedonia for his or her studies. So if you need more information, you can connect with us either through our social media or our site. And of course, you can email us to provide you any further information you need. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Petalotti, for the in-depth presentation. Next, we welcome the oldest Greek university. I think the Ionian was, but anyway, sorry. Widely known as the University of Athens, with the full title National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, established May 3rd, 1837. I welcome Mr. Mateos Pantovakis, coordinator of the liaison office. The University of Athens is for the second time with us, and we have very good cooperation so far. Thank you so much, Mr. Pantouvakis.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the invitation. Do you hear me? Do you see my presentation?
Yes, everything is very well.
Thank you. I'll try to briefly present the studies at the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens. The National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, inaugurated in 1837, has been the first university in the newly established modern Greek state, as well as in the Balkan and the Eastern Mediterranean area. Its role has been historically and socially decisive for education and promotions of cultural life in the country and beyond. We are committed to innovation and academic excellence. We seek to infuse each member of our academic community with the passion of research and knowledge gain. We encourage cultivation of creativity, maturation of social and cultural sensibilities, as well as critical thinking, by supporting free and open dialogue and a culture of integrity and diversity. Students can select among 41 undergraduate programs, which are taught in Greek, while there are also two ones which are taught in English. These are BA program in the Archaeology, History and Literature of Ancient Greece, medical degrees in English. Moreover, postgraduate students can find 224 programs. Attendance is mandatory to all undergraduate and postgraduate programs. There are also 400 e-learning programs open to everyone. Each program is organized in semesters and includes lectures, tutorials, research activities, seminars, laboratory practice, clinical training, field work, stage, master's dissertations, etc. There are also 15 centers of excellence, 18 centers of expertise and rare diseases of the School of Medicine, and 5 university research institutes. National and Capodistrict University of Athens has also 3 university hospitals, 72 departments under the auspices of the School of Sciences, 283 university laboratories, 11 libraries, and 19 museums. With a student body of about 73,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students, over 2,100 members of academic staff, and about 1,000 administrative staff and specialized personnel, the University of Athens aims at excellence in both teaching and research. It can be mentioned that the number of international students reaches the number of 8,000. Our university is a member of the Civis Alliance, the collaboration of 11 European universities. Through this initiative, the European Commission has the ambition to bring Europeans closer together and to improve the international competitiveness of our higher education institutions. Civis brings together a community of more than 470,000 students and 68,000 staff members, including around 35,000 academics and researchers. Civis aims to create a truly unique European inter-university campus where students, academics, researchers, and staff will move and collaborate as freely as within their institution of origin. National and Capodistrict University of Athens has supportive units to help students during their studies. Especially for the foreign students, there is the International Student Support Unit, which helps them not only their first days in the university, but also throughout their studies. A new student will be informed about everything he or she has need to do upon arrival in Greece, how to integrate into the academic community of the ECPA, and in general, will be informed about all the procedural steps he or she needs to follow in order to make his or her stay a pleasant learning experience. There is also a very important unit in the career office, which offer to all the students career counseling, advices on how to make a good CV in order to be accepted for a job, of course, support to find one, and many training seminars and workshops. Also, career days take place annually with a large participation of companies and enterprises. As we want to be better and better and aim to create a lifelong relationship with our graduates, we run a survey among them. The results can be revealed the graduates' opinion about the benefits and the skills they get from the educational process. We have 3,700 completed questionnaires till today. So, what our graduates say about the programs they attended? The 96% of them have found the attended of the 3 characterize this program integrated. But what is an integrated program for a graduate? This is a program that offers up-to-date practical and specialized knowledge A program that enhances applied knowledge offers many different options while giving a significant head start in the labor market, as the knowledge offered by the NKUA provides an important foundation for graduates to enter the labor market. Our graduates also believe that because of the program they graduated from, they developed important skills such as critical thinking and working with other colleagues. They also learn to be open-minded, to learn without contacts, and to take initiatives. As you can see in the table above, the previous conclusion is confirmed by the percentage of students answered that the studies in the National Metropolitan University of Athens is very good passport to someone in order to find his or her first job. It can be also mentioned that more than 85% of them have found their first job in a small period of time, namely in 12 months after their graduation, while 3 of 5 consider that the knowledge and the experience they gained during their studies help them to be productive quickly. These are some useful links, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Pantovakis, for the journey you prepared for us. Thank you so much. We can stop sharing the screen.
Okay, give me a minute.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's okay.
Sorry.
You have time, don't worry.
Something is blocked here. Sorry.
No, take your time. Just because of the live streaming, I can't do it from here. So, excellent. And now, even though there have been students from North Macedonia to the American Farm School in Thessaloniki, it is the first time we cooperate. Mr. Konstantinos Pilianidis from the Petalotti College, which is a division of the American Farm School, will inform us about the possibilities they offer to their future students. Mr. Pilianidis.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Just give me a second to start the presentation here. So is it visible to anyone, to everyone?
It's very good.
Okay, thank you. Now, again, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Christina and everyone at Pelagonia Association for the invitation, and of course, the other university members that already presented, all the viewers of this wonderful live, being present and hopefully active in the next few minutes. So thank you all. I will try to be brief here since I'm the last one presenting. I would like to be as joyful as possible.
Yeah, maybe you will get the most questions because you're the last.
Okay. Hopefully, thank you.
Yours.
So the American Farm School has already many graduates from the Balkans and especially from North Macedonia. We have over 25 graduates the last 20 years. So I'm here representing the American Farm School of Thessaloniki and Petalotti College, a division of the American Farm School that offers 4-year bachelor programs and 2 years master degree programs as well. Now, just a brief historical review. It's in Greek in our presentation, but I will translate right away. So American Farm School was founded, for the ones who don't know, in 1904. So it counts almost 120 years of existence. 2 high significant academic awards from Makarivi of Athens were awarded in 1932 and 2001 to the school. And in 1935, the first dairy production line was established in the American Farm School as well. These are just a small fracture of many milestones through the 120 years of presence and evolution of the American Farm School of Thessaloniki. Now today, Perotis College offers a student life experience similar to what you would find in Europe and the United States. State-of-the-art labs and a wonderful 150 acres campus. This is 650 square kilometers of our campus. So the next question is how to create successful educational programs, just to have an insight on how we created our own. Now, do you know what the actual speed of knowledge is today? Because back in 1990, up to 1990 to 2005, where many of us were students, the average speed of knowledge was just 50 kilometers per hour. So it was relatively easy to calculate what to study in order to succeed professionally and socially, of course. Now, do you know, can you guess what's the speed of the knowledge moving today? Let me surprise you, it's 400 kilometers per hour. So is it easy to predict the future in educational wise? No. So what we did was to create our program based among many factors, such as these certain numbers, which is global population, over 8 billion people, people working at the agro-food sector, approximately 1 billion people, and the global workforce, which is 3.4 billion people. So we created these programs. Now, how, since any slide could not deliver the actual message, we created the program according to
moving.
Yeah, sorry, but
They're not moving. Yeah, okay. No, it's okay.
So, in order to for a scientist to become more competitive in the global market, he has to improve his digital skills, critical thinking, empathy, creativity, collaboration, agility, leadership skills, time management, and of course, lifelong learning processes. So we do deliver all these values and skills through our educational programs, and also do take in mind that the retail e-commerce sales worldwide have shifted from 1.3 trillion in 2014 to 6.5 the year 2023 that we are running right now. So we created some problems, some programs. The bachelor's one are oriented in the national business, digital marketing, environmental science, food science and technology, and sustainable agriculture and management. We do offer also master degrees in the new food and product business development, masters in marketing for the agro-food sector, and masters in sustainable agriculture and management as well. We also do offer a scholarship program that can cover up to 100% of the expenses regarding tuition fees and room and board. And the profile which will actually provide the scholarship is based on academic, economic, and social data. We do offer the accreditation through the New England Commission of Higher Education, which is the same committee that accreditates universities such as Harvard and Yale. Also, the Cardiff Metropolitan University participates in the accreditation. For those who don't know, Cardiff Metropolitan University ranks among the 7 best universities in the UK. And we also provide the Greek Ministry of Education also in the programs that concern the EEC. So we have all these accreditation committees and organisms. There is a huge network of business and industries that have to do with the agro-food sector. So there are many opportunities for someone to collaborate and gain access actually to the real market in Greece and in general. And there is a global university network as well. So we have hundreds of students from the States and Northern Europe regarding educational programs like study abroad, and of course exchange programs in Europe and the States as well. So, since any slide or picture won't do us any justice, given the opportunity, I would like to invite you all to visit our premises. That's why I haven't shown any pictures or slides, and gain an insight firsthand on how our educational programs, infrastructure, values, and mission work all these years, and prove that through our long history, consistency, and innovation, we always deliver top results. That's my short presentation. I would be here for any questions. Thank you so much for your time and collaboration.
Nice, very nice presentation. We heard, even though there was a slight small problem with the slides, but despite that, we learned so many about the speed, especially. It was an interesting fact for the speed of knowledge, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It's correct.
Nice. So you can stop sharing your screen. Excellent, thank you. Now, at this point, I'm very happy that we managed to keep the presentations under 2 hours. That's very good. We will proceed with the Q&A section. We already have some questions that came to us in direct messages, and the first question is for the Ionian University about the length of the summer school. When does it take place and for how long?
Okay, thank you for the question. As I mentioned, depending on the summer school, they can some start in June, some in July, and some in August. So they would have to look at which one they're interested in and find the specific information. And again, the length varies. Some are for 1 week and some expand over 2 or 3 weeks. But all the information of each and every summer school is available on the internet.
Okay, very nice. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So there's another question about the scholarships mentioned by the University of Western Macedonia and the American Farm School. You told us in detail. Does any other university, the University of Macedonia, the University of Athens, or the Ionian maybe, do you have any programs for scholarships? Do you offer some?
So the undergraduate degrees at the University of Macedonia are free. The postgraduate degrees, it varies very considerably from degree to degree. And some are more expensive, some are for practical purposes free. And for the more expensive ones, there are some connection to potential funding. But I would have to get back to you to be more specific in that, because it varies so much from one postgraduate degree to another. And so depending on the degree chosen, the situation is very, very different there.
Okay, so it varies. So there is possibility, and the interested could contact you, the university, and learn more details. Thank you. University of Athens, do you have any?
For the University of Athens, it depends of the department if a student wants to take a scholarship, has to communicate with the secretariat and have the right directions. But there are many organizations and companies that gives scholarships for students who want to study in the National Capodistria University of Athens. More information can one take us in the career offices site. The link is career.ua.gr.
Okay, thank you. And what about the Ionian?
Again, as all the public universities in Greece, our undergraduate programs are free. At our university, many of our master's programs are also free. So again, it depends on which department or which master's program our students are interested in. For example, my department offers free master's programs, and a lot of other ones do as well. But the ones which charge tuition fees, I believe they're quite reasonable too. So,
okay. I guess the question was maybe about some financial aid or providing room and food to some interested, but I guess that's something they can discover contacting the university. We have another specific question for the University of Macedonia, Professor Karas. For which department do you have the most applications for studies?
So all the economics departments and also the computing departments have a very, very large number of applications that are actually quite competitive and quite hard to get into. So there's a high degree there's a large number of rejections there just because there are so many applications. But even in the department like the one in which I am, of Slavic and Balkan and Oriental Studies, we have a large number of applicants. We combine there both humanities and economics and even some international law, things like that. So it is quite competitive. I mean, it is quite hard to get into, and we do try and we want to encourage that. Yes, we want this to be a place where people want to go to and find it quite hard to get to. Which is focused on a work ethic. That would be my answer. But the hardest ones are the economics departments and the social and the computing departments to get into.
Okay, thank you. I have another message for Mr. Yiannopoulos regarding the previous question about the scholarships. Do you have any information about offering some scholarships by the ministry or some other institution, maybe?
Mainly scholarships are given to Greek people, but we have some opportunities. The less problem is the food. We can provide all the universities can provide the food for all the students from other countries. It's a problem during the tourism period for the people who want to stay for summer schools or for some other period to study in Greece. This is general problem. The scholarships are given don't solve this problem because the main buildings are given to the tourism during the large period in Greece. Weather is very good to support the tourism period. This is a problem we want to solve it, but there are not Thessaloniki in Athens, but in other universities there are opportunities for people to stay in Western Macedonia, in University of Aegean, University of Ionia, in Crete. There are opportunities for people for students who want to visit Athens to study here. In the next days, I'll send you some written information, more information about the scholarships. I promise. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Professor Janis Karas from the University of Macedonia.
Yeah, can I just add that the question of scholarships has to be seen in the context of the fact that Greek universities, and particularly Greek public universities, are very, very cost effective. I mean, it is compared to almost anywhere else that you might be thinking of going, it's cheaper to study here. In part because Greek universities, or at least the public universities, the main salaries of all the professors are covered by the state. Undergraduate degrees are free. And that means that you're really talking about cost of living, but cost of living in Greece is lower than cost of living anywhere else in Western Europe. So if cost is the main issue, Greece is a very, very good choice for someone from North Macedonia, and not only due to the proximity.
Yes, I agree. Even the price, being myself a student at 2 Greek universities, I can assure everyone that that's the case. One question for the Capodistrian University. Are many of the students interested for doing practical lessons for the social studies? Or the program is enough for gaining the knowledge? So do students do any practical lessons in social studies? Do they have any practical exercise, I believe, is the question.
Of course, there are many practical lessons, and we organize, we have organized some days ago many workshops for them to have more experience and knowledge during our Career Days event.
Okay. Nice. So since we don't have any other questions, I invite all of you to, if you have any remarks or anything to add at the end of today's event. So, yes?
Can I say something?
Of course.
I want to mention something that I told before. Every foreign student can achieve the international unit of our university and have more information on the career office, of course. Can I write at the chat 2 sites, but if it's good for us?
Okay, you can. So, okay. All right.
This is the websites for the international unit and the career office.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who wants can send an email and have the information he wants.
Okay. Very well. Allow me just to copy those.
Of course.
And then we can put it in the comment section below, in the description of the video on YouTube, so everyone can have it.
Excellent. Yes.
Just give me 1 second.
I can send you with an email.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Of course, yes, yes.
It's easy for you. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. And we have one last question for the University of Macedonia once again. So obviously the proximity is very important to everyone. Does an applicant for studies at your university need any special degrees? Is there any base for entering the school as a foreign student?
Special degree? No.
I mean, some lowest.
What level we're talking about? Yes, if we're talking about a BA, then there is a particular process for getting in, and if the BA degree has English classes and Greek classes, one doesn't have to know English. One would probably have to take a course in Greek and to get a minimum level of Greek in order to be able to take the Greek classes. But I have lots of students myself who have come here without knowing Greek and have learned Greek here. For the master's classes, there are quite rigorous demands depending on what degree we're talking about. And the crucial thing is what your first degree is. And therefore, if you want to do a master's in an area that is not related to your first degree, there will be an interview and you'll have to explain your thought processes. it just depends on a case-by-case basis, depending on the masters. I'd like to emphasize one thing, given that we're ending now, and that is obviously University of Macedonia already has many relations with the country of Macedonia, of North Macedonia. So we have people who here who speak the language. We have the top translator into Greek. And what I'd like to say is that these are things we want to build even more. So if you see that for whatever reason your department doesn't have a relationship with us, tell us, and we'll get in a car and drive up and meet your professors and meet you if you like as well. It's only an hour away.
Yeah. Yes, excellent. Thank you. So I would like to extend the same question. If any other university would like to add something regarding the degrees a student leaving high school should have to enter any of your departments, if there is such. Or obviously it's not applicable to any of Greek public universities, at least. Okay, so obviously not. All right, thank you. On behalf of Pelagonia Association, I thank all the universities for their exceptional cooperation during the organization of this event. I thank the Consulate General and the Embassy for their support. I thank all the distinguished speakers, Mr. Yiannopoulos from the Ministry of Education, for the acceptance of our invitation. And I wish all of you good health. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you next year, and until then, to meet elsewhere. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's wonderful that you do this.
Have a nice day. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you for the invitation. All the best for the future ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Pilianidis. Mr. Vidoris.
Thank you.
See you next year.
See you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. We'll meet